Welcome everyone. I'm so excited to be officially announcing our Black2 Egglocke project. In order to be a part of it, you'll need to download something called PokeGen, which you can download from this page right here. I'll be posting PokeGen in a link to it in the description down below. So please make sure that you go ahead and download PokeGen if you want to submit an egg. Now, for those of you without an ability to download PokeGen, don't worry. I'll be explaining a little bit later how to do this. But for those of you who would like to submit an egg and have a desktop or Mac or desktop computer that they can use, please go ahead and download PokeGen. And then what you're going to do is you're going to open up PokeGen. It's going to look something like this right here. And the first thing you're going to do is go to Options and choose the target game. And since this is Black2 that we're going to be playing, you're going to need to make sure that you select the target game as Black2, White 2. Now we're going to go ahead and make the Pokemon that we'd like to create. So let's say, for example, we wanted to create Tepig. We're going to select the species Tepig. Now the biggest thing that you need to remember for an Egglocke is that any Pokemon that you submit must be a base stage Pokemon. So either a stage 1, or if a baby form exists, for example, with Mr. Mime, there's a baby Pokemon Mime Jr., or with Snorlax, there's Munchlax. You must select that baby Pokemon. If not, you'll select the stage 1 Pokemon, for example. If you wanted to submit Charmander, you'd select Charmander and not Charizard. But in this example, we're going to be submitting a Pokemon Tepig. So the first thing I'd like you to do is choose a nickname for your Pokemon. Don't give it a nickname that spoils the egg for me, so don't call this Pokemon Tepig. Give it a creative nickname and something that doesn't spoil it. So I don't know, let's call this Torchy. Sure, I might know it's a fire Pokemon, but I'm not necessarily going to know it's a Tepig. So you've selected a nickname now. And the next thing you're going to do is make sure that this Pokemon is set at level 1 with experience 0. You can choose any nature you'd like. So you can leave it as an adamant if you don't really care, or if you would like to choose a custom nature, go ahead and choose a nature. The held item, this is optional, but please don't give me a whole bunch of broken items such as Choice Scarf, Choice Band, Lucky Egg, all those things. Please don't send those in. Instead, choose something like a TM if you want me to teach it a TM. With Tepig, a nice thing that might be nice to have would be something to boost fire. For example, a Charcoal. So we could choose Charcoal. Make sure that the happiness of this Pokemon is set to 0. And this is important because a happiness of 0 means that the Pokemon will hatch the fastest. If you set it to anything else, it's going to take longer for this Pokemon to hatch. You can give it an ability, but it has to be a legal ability. This is important. And so in order to make sure that we have a legal ability, we are either going to go to Serebii or to our to either Serebii or Bulbapedia, whatever you like. But the biggest thing here is you're going to make sure that you're looking at the Black2, White 2 Gen 5 decks. And we said we're making Tepig, so let's go to the Tepig page. So here it is. Here's Tepig. The abilities that we can use are either its regular ability Blaze, or its hidden ability, Thick Fat. Either of those are okay. You can choose the hidden ability or one of the regular abilities, but it has to be one listed on Serebii or Bulbapedia for that particular Pokemon. So we're going to choose the ability Thick Fat. Don't worry about the number beside it. You can leave this blank. It doesn't really matter. The most important thing you need to do, though, is make sure you tick off this check mark box to make sure that it's an egg. You'll also need to specify whether you want it to be male or female. We're going to leave it as male here. If you would like to include a Pokemon with the Pokerus virus, you're going to change this number here to either to any number, doesn't really matter. The first number tells us whether or not the Pokemon has Pokerus, while the second number tells us how long the Pokemon can retain the active virus. If you want it to only be available for a short period of time, select 1. If you want it to be as long as possible, select the number 15. Next thing we're going to do, and this is completely optional, is choose a Pokeball that we'd like our Pokemon to be in. If you want to leave it as is, that's perfectly okay. We need to make sure that it's an egg, that it's at level 1, and then we can choose whatever Pokeball we like. You can leave it as whatever it is. You can make it a luxury ball. Doesn't matter. Make sure that this is checked off as egg and that it's a level 1. All right, so now we're going to take a look at stats, statistics. Make sure that you leave the EVs alone. Please do not touch the EVs. For IVs, we're going to randomize the IVs. You can randomize them as many times as you want. Find something that you like, but please don't send in Pokemons with perfect IVs, because that'll be broken. It'll make the game too easy for me. So you can randomize it, just don't set them all to 31. All right, attacks. This is where Serebii or Bulbapedia is going to come in handy. Because in order for this to be a legal Pokemon, it either has to know just the moves that it would normally have at level 1, for example, Tackle, or you could also teach it moves that it can learn as an egg move. So we're going to scroll down to this area called Egg Moves, and you can send it in just with Tackle, or you can send it in with Tackle and any number of combinations of egg moves. Or if you really want, you can send it in with 4 egg moves. But the Pokemon must only have either some combination of egg moves and its level 1 move, or only the moves that it would know at level 1, or any combination of egg moves that you like. Do not teach it TM moves. Do not teach it anything that the move tutor can teach it. Just the level 1 moves and or egg moves. So now we've selected the move set of the Pokemon. You don't really need to worry about the OT MISC section. So you're now completely finished here. We can go ahead and save this. And we're going to save it as a .pokemon file. And you're going to name it the nickname that we chose. So Torchy, in my case, .pkmn. I will have a summary down below here reminding you of all the important things that you need to know in order to create a valid and a legal Pokemon. So thank you very much for watching. If you do not have Pokemon, you don't have a desktop computer, and you would like to submit a Pokemon or an egg to this Egglocke, please send me a message on Discord or an email to the email down below, Tyeewhyee Black2 Egglocke at gmail.com, and we can figure out a way for you to send in an egg if you don't have access to a PC or a Mac that can download PokeGen. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm so excited to be starting this project very soon. Bye.